Have you ever had this feeling? A friend replies a bit too slowly, or their tone is a little off, and your heart just sinks. Your mind starts racing. Do they hate me? Did I do something wrong? And just like that, your entire day is ruined. That was me. And maybe to an even more intense degree. I once got so angry at a computer store clerk for not being attentive enough that I lashed out on the spot and later wrote a long, scathing review. It felt like the whole world was brushing me off, like there was some hidden malice directed at me. Until recently, 2 small incidents woke me up. The first involved a friend I hadn't spoken to in ages. I was feeling down and liked a few of his old social media posts. Out of the blue, he messaged me late at night asking, "Did you just go through a breakup? Do you need to talk?" I was stunned that his train of thought seemed so bizarre to me. But later, it hit me. This was actually his quiet way of showing he cared. However, right after that, when I genuinely needed to vent about something, his replies were super short, just emojis and stickers. That familiar feeling came rushing back, intense and overwhelming. He doesn't want to talk to me. While I was being tortured by this familiar pain, I suddenly thought of my mom. I realized I had copied her pattern. She's also incredibly sensitive to emotional cues, but the moment someone doesn't respond the way she expects, she immediately concludes they are a bad person, that the whole world has wronged her. When I was a child, I used to think the same way. I believed people who were self-absorbed and didn't consider others' feelings were just inherently bad. In that moment, I understood the flawed formula I had been living by. Other people's attitudes equals my self-worth. If someone treated me with respect, I felt like a good person. If someone was dismissive, I felt terrible about myself and would feel intense hostility towards them. I had completely handed over the power of defining who I am to other people. But the truth is, as I've grown older, I've learned a broader perspective. Most of the time, people are just being themselves. They might just be busy, tired, or simply have a different communication style. Their way of responding revolves around their own world. It is not a verdict on my value. If you also struggle with these emotional swings, I want to share 3 mental exercises that have been incredibly helpful for me. First, practice a cognitive reality check. When you feel that anger rising before you act, ask yourself, do I have solid proof this is malicious intent? Or is it more likely this is just their unconscious behavior? This creates a crucial pause to separate you from the raw emotion. Second, become your own fuel station. We can't expect others to constantly reassure us. Try to acknowledge one small thing you did well each day. Tell yourself firmly, my value is defined by me. Third, replace conviction with curiosity. Switch the thought from how dare they treat me like this to, I wonder if they're having a tough day. Or I wonder why this triggers me so deeply. Curiosity opens the door to understanding, while conviction locks you in a prison of pain. Becoming aware of this pattern has been a tremendous gift to myself. It doesn't mean I'll never get hurt again. It means that when those old feelings surge, I now have a choice. I can choose not to follow that ancient script. We didn't get to choose our original factory settings, but we can absolutely choose to upgrade the operating system. I hope my story can be an opportunity for your own upgrade. Your worth is as solid as a rock, unshaken by the changing winds and rains of the outside world. Let's grow together.